When you're asking questions about your creative identity, asking questions like, am I a creative? It can be confusing and challenging. And I know for me, I have gone through different seasons where I've asked identity type questions, and creativity is one that would come up a lot. I feel like we can sometimes pigeonhole ourselves, like even the word creative or artist can pigeonhole you because you are more than just that, right? But it's important to, I don't know, I guess feel confident. And it's important to know who we are and the gifts that we have so that we can use those for our own selves, to bless others, to reflect the image of God. There's so many benefits to walking in your purpose, walking in your identity. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. Kind of had this idea this morning, and so just wanted to walk through it with you. I'm coming at this word creative, or this question of, am I a creative, with a couple of lenses. One, I think our creative gifts are just that. They are gifts given to us. I believe the Creator has given each one of us different gifts. I've said this in past videos. Some of us lean more creative. Some of us lean more logical, and we're able to be more clear in our thinking. There is, again, this false dichotomy of a left brain, right brain. I don't want us to view that as you kind of have to pick one. I think that is a false dilemma, false dichotomy that we're sometimes, again, pigeonholed into, maybe as kids or growing up. There's this idea that if you do one thing, if I'm going to go over here and play an instrument, now I've committed to being an artist or being a creative. But if I'm over here, interested in physics, or engineering, then that's the one thing. And there's no crossover. And so obviously that's not true. We all have different, unique gifts, and they can be a blend of the more traditional, what we call creative gifts, and then things that are a little bit different, or things that we would put more into like a science category, right? So that's one lens that I am kind of thinking about when it comes to creativity, is that is a gift that is given to you. Let's take it a step back further. I also believe that God, the Creator, knows each one of us personally, because He's given us the gifts, He's given us the life that we have. And He also knows what needs we have. Each one of us have needs. I'm not talking about like the needs, food, shelter, water, like that's all important. Relationships, love, all of that is very important. But I'm talking about this kind of need that is very hard to describe. But if you are a creative, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This urge to create, this pull to use your gifts, this need to go after an idea and attack it in a creative way. You have those gifts that have been given to you, and they don't just go away. You might be able to push them to the side or ignore them or focus on something else for years. And a lot of times, unfortunately, creatives do that a lot, as they push aside their gifts and they just go, well, I'm supposed to do this. But there is this deep down inside of you, this need, this urge, this pull to create, and that will never go away. And so hopefully you are in a place where either you are discovering some of your gifts and beginning to walk in those, or you are running and you are creating. But yeah, maybe if you're watching this video, you're struggling with this idea of like, can I use my creative gifts, or can I develop the skills to express my creativity in the way that I really feel called to do? So that would be one, is I would say, God sees that, God knows that about you. You can talk to Him about that. You can ask Him to help you explore that. And that is really cool to know that, oh yeah, this desire, this urge that I have was actually given to me, that it's not some mistake, or it's not something that I should try and ignore because society says I need to be over here when I really want to be over here. You can explore those things, and I hope that you do. So yeah, I would argue that creativity is a need, this deep down, this thing that is part of you, you need to be able to use your gifts, develop skills to be able to express your creativity to the world. And I would call that a need. I would say, man, that is important that you do that for yourself. Also, to be responsible with the gift. Again, this gift has been given to you. Are you going to be responsible with it by sharing it with others? Even if you don't share it publicly, like on the internet, are you going to be able to express that in your own way, in your own maybe private way? And that's an opportunity to even reflect that gift or share that gift back with the creator, even if that's just something that you and the creator share together. Being able to do that is important. So going back to this question of how do you know if you are a creative, it's this deep down feeling inside of you. It's very hard to explain. It's very hard to express sometimes. Sometimes the only way we can explain it or express it is just through creating. You can look at some of the greatest artists in the world and you're not questioning whether they were a creative. You're looking at their work, you're looking at their art and going, wow, that person was gifted. That person was so unique in their talents. And that is the same for you. There is no difference in talents. There's different ways to express them. There's different hobbies that we can have or giftings that we can have to express our creativity. But yeah, you were given these unique gifts, so go use them. And think of it this way. As a creative, the world desperately needs your creativity. We desperately need the most you. We need the you that is going to create only what you can create. I think there is so much pain in the world. There's so much distrust amongst people, even now in our culture and our society. The way we communicate with one another is so distrustful, and there's so much disunity. Your creativity is a bridge to bridge communication gaps, right? Where words fail so often to communicate effectively, creativity and art can fill that gap, can fill that communication gap. When we're able to express the pain that we see or the redemption that we see, even being able to do that through our art and through our creativity is so valuable and so important. And so, yeah, especially in this time, the world needs your creativity. The world needs you to figure out how you want to express your creativity. What hobbies do you want to use? What mediums, what tools do you want to use to express your creativity? The world needs that. The world needs your creativity. So I hope you feel encouraged with this video. Just wanted to jump on real quick and just share some quick thoughts about kind of where I'm coming from, how I see creativity, how you can view your own creativity. I hope you feel more confident to step out. And I believe that God may be reminding you, using this video to remind you of the creative gifts that you have, or it's a discovery. This is a discovery moment for you as you're watching this video, kind of thinking, wait, yeah, no, I do have this creative gift I've forgotten about, or I've neglected, or I just feel like I don't want to do anything with this. Be bold and take little steps. It doesn't have to be this big moment where you're going to launch something and do this amazing thing. No, every creative act that we see in the world, it starts with something little. So yeah, thanks again for watching this video.